Everybody, it's Biggie. Welcome to Biggie's Autos. So today we're going to be doing the rear sway bar on the C4 Corvette. We're going to be replacing the bushings with some Prothane bushings. So I kind of got started here, but I want to bring you guys up to speed. So what we got here, y'all have this side apart. I have a punch in here for now, as you can see there. So we left this in. There's a bushing in there we got to get out. But the problem we have, I can't fit a wrench back in there to get that loose. So what we did was we took this apart. You're going to need a 15 millimeter on the inside and a 19 millimeter for the nut, okay? So that'll get that loose here. Now, the other thing we're going to do as well is we're going to, let me dive underneath the car here and show you what else we got going on. Let me get a light. So you can see there's the support. Now there's some, you see there's two nuts there. Now these here ground wires here go onto there. Like, let me see if I can get some light up there. They both go on, there's one on each, okay, like that. So there's two sets of nuts. So there's a nut that's going to hold these in place, and then you're going to get to this other set of nuts. The same thing is on the other side as well. There's the ground wires that I took off, and there's those nuts there, and I sprayed them overnight with some penetrating oil. So what we're going to do at this point is we have the bottom nut here, and I loosened it up. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take that off. You could use a 3/4 inch wrench also instead of a 19 millimeter, but you're going to need the 15 for the inside. So we'll pull this out. Put this, I like to keep the nuts and bolts together, so what I'll do, I'll put them together like that, and I'll put it on the workbench then, but for now, so you can see this, we're gonna, whoops, and you can see these things are beat up pretty bad. So right away, this is loose, so we could possibly take this apart as is, but we're gonna replace the support bushings anyway. Those you're going to need 13 millimeter deep socket to get those nuts. I forgot to mention that with the ground wires and with the nuts that are on there, you're going to need a 13 millimeter deep socket to get those. I have those started. I'm going to go ahead and unbolt those, and we're going to try and remove the sway bar completely from the car, and we're going to try and put these. We're going to replace these outside of the car, and we're going to go from there. Alright guys, so I'm back. So we got the sway bar out. You can see those are pretty dry rotted. Some rust here. Marks where the support bushings were. Here are the support bushings. So you can see they are split. So you might need the help of a chisel and a hammer to get these to split open, but they are factory cut bushings. Those are your support bushings. We're going to be replacing those as well as with these. So I'm going to go ahead, get my 15 and my 19 millimeter wrench. We're going to pull those links off and get the new bushings on. Alright guys, so Biggie, I'm back. So here's the new pieces, and they come to the new sleeve. So what you want to do is you want to put that sleeve inside of there like that, okay? So with that done, you can see we had some rust issues, so I went ahead and I painted the side that isn't exposed. Moisture gets there, but I went ahead and I painted that to let that dry. Figure while we have it apart, how many times this sway bar is going to be out, who knows. So just be on the safe side. We figure take care of the rust issue while we're doing this and paint it while we're putting new bushings on. So something to keep in mind while you have something apart. If you see any rust, hit it with some rust converter and then paint it. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get these here installed, and then we'll see if we can get this sway bar put up in place. All right guys, it's Biggie. So here we go, I'm back. So these are the bushings that are going to go into your links here. Call them the sway bar end links, obviously. So this is what they look like. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, as you can see, I took the edge off of one side a little bit to help with ease of installation to get into this piece here, because you're going to press it in here. Let me see. And obviously you don't want to be able to do it just with your finger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a socket, put it on there so it can pass in, and try and press it with a vise. So I'm going to do that next. Let me find what size socket, and we're going to go ahead and press these in. Alright guys, so here we go. We have it set up in the vise. So we have our sway bar end link, we have the bushing, we have a socket. I can't even tell what size it is, I'm sorry. I think it's 7/8, maybe bigger. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to see if we can. And that, of course, worked great. Let me set that up again. Alright, sorry guys, so I lied. So it did work. So here it is pressed in. So you can see where the ground off part is, where that helps with it. But I left, obviously, you want to leave this shoulder on. Okay. And so that way it centers itself. Now remember, this is going to be inside the clamp. That is the mount that's on top of the rear spindle assembly. I want to say rear end, but I forgot. It's not a solid rear axle, so I'm not sure what the correct term is for that. But at least this is in here, and we left the edge, the one that they put on, use that for a locating. So that's what we're going to do with this one. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to grind the one side off, and we're going to press that in. And we'll see about our next thing we're going to do then is these here are one piece, and there's no way they're going to slide over. So I have to figure out, I think what I'm going to do is cut it where the factory is here, so that way we can get them, on the bar here. But we'll have to figure out how we're going to cut those so that way we don't lose any rigidity. Guys, I'm back. So we got this together. So that's what we put in here. Okay, that's the ones we just put in. These are the ones I did earlier. Here's our end link here. You want to tighten these again. It's 15 millimeter, 19 millimeter. You want to go these until they're, remember there's sleeves in here, so that you can't make it that they, but you don't want them to flop around, but you do want them to turn. You want to have some resistance there. Okay, so I tighten those. You'll feel when you tighten them, it'll like it hits a stop. That it hits a stop, that you can't over tighten it. The support bushings did, however, have a splits in them. So I went ahead and installed those. Hard to see down there, but the end link is on down there as well. So this is all pretty much ready. We have new support brackets and the dies that we're going to use. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to see if we can get this on the car yet. Alright guys, so we're back. Kind of hard to see here with the lighting, but there's it all bolted up with your end links. We'll go underneath here. So we were able to get the ground wires back on. You can see those there with the new bushing clamps. I should say support clamps. Same thing over here, although you will see there's some fuzz there from my glove. Well, that'll eventually wear off. And the back side of the end link there, you can see. So that's the whole installation right there. So basically at this point, all I got left to do now is, sorry I dropped you there, holy mackerel. Just put the wheels on, and right now it's like 20-30 degrees out, so we're not going to road test it till the spring, but we are going to try and get the front one rebuilt before then. So anyway, that's it for the rear sway bar bushing sway bar bushing install, sway bar removal, sway bar install. Anyway, that's it for now. Like and subscribe, leave a comment. Hopefully this helps you learn a little something. I know I learned something here lately every time I do something. So hopefully this helps if you're going to do some sway bar work. So watch out for each other. Take care of each other. See you next time right here on Big E's. Bye for now.